Alright, y'all. Let's see, I just adjusted my mic. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay. I'm a little quiet, but that's not terrible. Alright. So this is my first look stream at Veilguard, Dragon Age. Now, doing things a little bit differently this time. I've already made progress in the game. I got about 20 hours in. Typically, I like to give you guys a blind play. Just my experience and me messing with my settings and things like that. I guess this is going to be kind of a more refined approach. I mean, again, I haven't beaten the game or played through it all the way. Like I said, I got about 20 hours in, so some side missions and things. And the reason for that is I was warned by one of my buddies that the very beginning spoils the last game. So I have a little bit in, so I mean, obviously still spoilers if you're going to watch this gameplay, because I'll be playing missions and things like that, since it is a single-player RPG. But with all of that, I wanted to make it clear that that is the reason we skipped the very beginning. It is all referencing literally the last events of Inquisition, which is the third game. So anyone that hasn't, played Inquisition yet or finished the game, I wouldn't start this if you plan on finishing Inquisition. Like I said, major spoiler, which kind of spoils how the game ends. Pretty cool, like I said, the things you missed out on that I normally like to show. The character creator was pretty good for this game. This is how I designed my character. No import, like I kind of liked. I was kind of hoping like a Mass Effect import to affect some of your decisions from the last game. Now, there are stuff you can pick your Inquisition character, and you could build them. Create them just like you do your character for the main game. I didn't spend as much time making him. I don't know how he's relevant. 20 hours of gameplay in, I haven't made a ton of progress. I'm kind of, explore and mess with everything, break every barrel, so I do not know how that relates yet, but you have an assortment of options for your Inquisition character, and all the things that you pick for that will have, I guess, some small impact on the story for this game. Now, there's a lot of people out there I know that has been downplaying this game and saying it's terrible and whatnot. I even just saw a survey by GameRadar that said 90% of players are heavily disappointed and don't enjoy the game. Someone even comparing to Dragon Dogma 2, saying that this game made them appreciate what Dragon's Dogma 2 did. Now, I haven't played in the Dragon Dogmas yet. It is on the list, but I'm a huge Dragon Age fan. So the last thing I want to do is any spoilers. Like I said, I will be playing through the game. When doing the main story here, I'll be giving some warnings. I have already made a mistake. I lost about 6 hours of gameplay. I could see if a lot of players did that. I could see some hate. There was no warning or disclaimer. It was essentially a point of no return. And we'll circle back to that when I get up there for some more clarity on that. The first thing I'm going to start off with, I literally just was finishing a side mission here. I'm going to go open up the path. It is definitely meant to be later game. I managed to get through it anyways, which is fine. Game's not like a big hater of that. I am going to go through my settings. I normally do show off my settings. I changed a decent amount of stuff. I mean, obviously I always go performance for any game. Motion blur, always turn that off. I feel like it's a lot smoother with that. It claims it's not, but motion blur is just terrible. Obviously, always adjust my audio settings. I'm actually going to pull this down a little bit more. Actually, I'm not sure what happened here. This was at 50%. I tried out a few of these sound presets. Wide dynamic seems to be best. Headset and TV seem to be great. I mean, I do have a higher end TV that has Dolby Atmos configuration and whatnot, so I guess that's going to kind of depend on the TV you have or the system you're using, whether you're using a sound bar, surround sound, or headset. I just would recommend trying them all out. Wide dynamic sounds the best. And then controls, I didn't really change any of the mappings here. I did change sensitivity. I always have to increase that. It's never enough. I did change sprint control to toggle. And then dead zones I didn't have to mess with for this game. Yes, all of that is good. Gameplay, I'm on adventure. I believe that's the default. There's 2 lower than that, keeper and storyteller. And then underdog. That's a kind of a little bit wild one. I could probably run this on underdog, but I do like being able to go to later game areas, side quests and stuff, and manage to get through much higher level enemies. Earlier it was a nightmare of a fight, but there was a champion they're level 25. There's 2 of them you'll get as a side quest pretty early on, and like I said, they're level 25 on adventure mode. I wasn't able to beat the one at level 15, but the other one had a much wider arena, and I'm not kidding you, I was in that fight for more than 10 minutes. I killed him eventually, but essentially it was take no damage and move around a lot and get shots in. I'm playing a rogue, so I bowed him down quite a bit. Used abilities when I could. Companions are definitely worthwhile in this game. You have some control over them. After underdog, you have custom, so there isn't really, adventure's kind of your second highest. It jumps over 1 right here. You can see a little bar. I'm assuming there's another setting. I can't remember what it is now. But I believe you have to start the game in that setting and you're locked into it. I can't remember now. But yeah, just be careful. Something I didn't notice here. I'm not a big fan of aim assist at all. But I like playing in adventure mode. I like using a preset for my first playthrough, kind of like the normal mode or hard. If you mess with the settings here, it'll automatically pop it over to custom. So keep a... Like I said, any of these will switch it back to custom. So keep an eye on that. If you don't care, I'm not sure how custom affects the game or achievements. Since technically, custom could be making things easier for you, I believe. So these, actually, I liked the settings for all of these. So these are all default for wayfinding. Interface, I turn off hide helmet. I spent a lot of time building my character, so I want to see his face. What else we got here? None of this I've changed yet. Large, I think large is good. That's going to be kind of based on your TV size, but with the 65-inch TV, large is pretty solid from how far back I sit back. Tell percentages, I did turn that on. The sweaty person me likes to see the percentages. Give me an idea where I'm at in the combat. How far I've burned them down instead of trying to read the health bar. Contextual on both of these, those are fine. I did switch ability bar to tap. That's probably one of the biggest things that I changed that made this game, the playability, way better. So I recommend trying that out. I did leave these on. Again, this is my first playthrough. And I'll show you what that means by tap here in a second. Accessibility. I did turn camera shake all the way off. Again, just feels unnecessary. Persistent dot. This is the second huge, for me, game changer in the way the game plays. Especially if you're going to use any ranged abilities. So I believe that's the only thing I changed here. I will scroll through them just so that we can see, just in case I forgot something I tweaked here in the accessibility. There's really no settings here to really worry about. But the persistent dot, so in the center of my screen, you can see it moving around. Kind of lined it up with the marker here. That's the persistent dot. The nice thing about that is, and I'll show you when I get back into a combat area where I can pull it out, that is your aiming reticle. It's just up all the time. And when you're out of combat, you have nothing until you get into combat and you go to aim. You're essentially stuck charging your bow or essentially blind firing and hoping you're looking at the target, because my character's facing this way and this looks like I'm straight on, but I'm shooting all the way over here. So I was constantly missing targets and having to charge every time. Sometimes a quick few bow shots to break a container or an enemy is a big deal. And this, like I said, this makes a huge difference for range abilities. Makes it so much that I know exactly where it's going to go before I even pull the trigger to shoot, whether I'm going to charge or not. And the whole bar, I'll show you that when we get out. Here, I'm actually... This is kind of the first area you'll go to after the cinematics. There'll be a cinematic screen, and you'll be kind of stuck. Now, don't panic. I had Dragon Age 2 flashbacks, so I started playing this where it was very, you know, straight to the point. There was really hardly any side quest. It was all one-directional, no open roam, really. And I hate that. I hate games like that. I don't know why they went from Origins and Dragon Age, the first one, to Dragon Age 2. Story was good, don't get me wrong. That's the only thing I'll say about Dragon Age 2. Inquisition, good return back to normal. Could improve, and I feel like so far, I'll tell you that I really enjoy this game. I'll kind of give you my bits and pieces I normally give at the end, that, you know, and you can make your decision on it. But I think the graphics are phenomenal. The gameplay is really good. I've only come across one, like, you know, I don't even want to say game-breaking glitch. I just had to do a quick autosave load, and I'll show you my save screen. It does a lot of auto-saving for you. So if you're not one of those RPG players where you're in the habit of, you know, saving constantly, so if you screw up, you can go back, it's fine, because it does a lot of auto-saving. I lost like 2 minutes of progress. All right, I'm only using 2 on my 100 slots. I was only using 1. Using 2 now after I lost 6 hours of gameplay. So, like I said, no big deal for a game that came out. I mean, it's really polished. This game only came out, I believe October 31st. So, it's been out for a couple weeks. I've seen a update for it, and that's it. And like I said, the gameplay's great. I don't have a lot of issues with any of the gameplay. Like I said, some setting tweaks definitely make it better, which, you know, they're there, so that's not a complaint at all. Story's pretty good so far. I'm definitely pulled in. After you get through kind of the one-directional start, it is open roam. I kind of take missions as I want. You know, find missions. You can discover quests in different areas and undertake those. There's a lot of hidden stuff, chests and things like that. There's a lot of like little puzzles in the game. Nothing super difficult, but they do have a decent amount of puzzles, which I don't mind. Like I said, again, nothing overly complicated you can figure out from 10 minutes of, you know, hitting the problem. But again, like I said, I mean, overall, I think this is a fantastic game. I know the Origins player counts really went up since this game's come out. I think it's a lot of people trying to compare their favorite game to this one. But again, this has been already 20 hours in, my favorite Dragon Age game since Origins. You know, and honestly, I think Origins only ranks a little bit higher just for nostalgia's sake, to be honest. This game plays like a AAA title. The stories, the cinematics are gorgeous. So again, highly recommend it. If you're a big Dragon Age fan, just heed my warnings about if you plan on finishing Inquisition and you haven't. And I got another big one coming up here once we get out here. So you always have to pick your party. You can leave it default. I'm going to pull up characters we have now. So you'll start with Harding. And you'll have, you know, a familiar face from the last games. Again, he's not really a relative, so I don't know if we'll see him. So I'm just going to avoid saying his name to avoid a spoiler, since there's only 2 characters I know for sure that have returned. I mean, obviously Harding was in Inquisition. Then you'll get Neve and Balara just from normal progression. Lucanus is straight up a side mission. I mean, you do have to do it, but it is not necessary right away. You'll get him, and we have one more we're going to get here soon. Alright, so I have 2 other characters that I don't know how they unlock to still get. Again, you'll get these characters really quickly. Where we're going to do this mission, I'm gonna pick my 2 favorites right now. So right now, my 2 favorites are Neve and Lucanus. Neve's straight up a mage. Lucanus is an assassin. Kind of like a rogue like I am, so I know it's a little redundant. I have 2 rogues in the party, but he is just awesome, and I just really love his character. So I am trying to level them up. Now, unlike other RPGs you play, there is a heavy influence on you do have to play the character you want to level up. They don't all get an active experience and level up and stuff with you. Now, weapon level and things like that's kind of based on the stuff back at the base, which if we get back there, I'll explain that. But their characters level up if you play them. Now, they level up different in your main character. They don't have, specific levels. I don't know, I'll show you exactly what they have here. Your companion menu here, you got their points. And playing with them, defeating enemies does nothing. Essentially, questing and getting content done with them will give them experience, and it'll help them level up, and you'll get skill points you can spend in their skill trees. So essentially, at the way that they play, these companions with their skill tree is essentially where their damage are going to be, how you build them out. She's at, essentially, I want to call it friendship level 3, so I built her out as a healer. Now, I will build into some damage abilities first, but healing is super important as a rogue. I'm high damage and essentially dodge. I don't do blocking and defense at all. So, I need a healer with my party at all times. And it's nice. You get 3 potions. They essentially fully heal your health. As long as you keep up with the belt affects your healing. These, essentially, they don't have mana. They just have cooldowns. All their abilities are just cooldowns. As soon as the cooldown ends, you can use it again immediately. So, this is a good one to have. You start taking some damage, pop that. And then she got 28 seconds, and she can use it again. And you can use it outside of combat to heal up outside of combat for potentially your next encounter, which makes it really nice here. You still can kit them out. Weapons. You got what they call keepsakes. And then over here you got like trinkets, and then you have their singular armor. So, and they all have their specialty things here. And you got rating on damages here, abilities, their weapon damage, things like that. They don't hit super hard, don't get me wrong. Their abilities do, for sure, but it is going to be mostly you fighting. Obviously, further in the game, and getting their abilities maxed out and stuff like that, and better equipment will definitely make a difference. They're starting to get kitted out pretty decently at this point. We have 3 skills on the bar at any point in time. Don't have a keepsake for Neve yet, which is sad because, again, one of my favorite characters here. But like I was saying earlier, I was going to explain the tap. So your right bumper brings up your menu. It freezes combat, freezes time. You can kind of select your targets. It's a snap, so it snaps to each target as you use your joystick here. You can go around and you could be like, boom, time slow on these enemies. Eviscerate. Your abilities are here. You can use them outside of using the screen. It could be convenient if you're kind of a more tactical player, kind of a turn-based act. You got your runes down here. Y4. The only thing that can't be used on your character from this screen is your ultimate. You will have to go into combat, both to the 6 to activate your ultimate. Ultimate does take a long time to build up. Up here, it's going to be like your abilities for like the environment. Your different companions can affect the environment in different ways to progress. Their ability can be used from up here when you select whatever it is. But yeah, I like it tapped. You know, my hand's off the controller. I could do what I want. Holding it down, I just felt like that was a pain. It was really lunky. Was not a fan of it. So, you know, do what you want. The only thing I will say, if you do prefer this method, something I was a little confused on, I'm a big habit of backing out of what this feels like as a menu, hitting B. B is, as you can see in the bottom right corner, that's cancel. All right, that cancels out. So if you pick a bunch of abilities, go ahead and heal me and eviscerate this target, and I hit B, you'll see she didn't heal me. I accidentally canceled it. Now you will have to hit right bumper again. You pick all the stuff you want to do, click right bumper again, and the abilities will trigger. And they trigger immediately. So again, I'm not going to go too far into depth in this stuff here. Again, this is the crossroads. You'll see this. Again, this is mostly what I think of the game and the gameplay and get you kind of a good look at it. Being a big Dragon Age fan, I'm doing my best not to spoil anything. And I do have something coming up here I'm going to explain that will save you from losing multiple hours of gameplay. And I'll explain that here. We'll head into that area here in a minute. I'm going to go open up that area, that side quest, and kill some enemies over there just to see how I fare against them. I'm 2 levels higher than I was before when I was last over here at the Champion Essence, so we're going to go check that out. Plus that way you can see some of the combat.
Contemplation with a good Antivan coffee. Otherwise, yes, you must find that pretentious.
No.
Now, some of these quests you're going to pick up off the beginning will be locked out, and it'll tell you, it does do a good job of telling you that you will progress and you'll automatically unlock this area later. So there won't be a lot of question of why can't I get here or do this. I cleared that quest out, get a little bit of experience. Caretaker power. Out of here. So. Alright, so we got some enemies here. I'm not sure if it's going to show their level until I get into combat with them. 15. Okay, these guys are under my level. So surprising, the champion I defeated to unlock this area was level 25, and the last area I unlocked had the same level enemies as the champion. So I kind of assumed that'd be the case here. Ooh, staggered quickly. Finish you off. Ooh, necrotic weapons. Ah, you got me there. Block me, asshole. There we go. Ooh, ah, shit. Didn't dodge in time. He does 3 of them. You want to range me? You get ranged. I don't know what you are, but we're just going to bow you down.
Still standing. Not bad.
And again, out of combat. Only thing I found that's been annoying is there is interactable objects in the environment. If you're facing anywhere near it, it will snap to it, and it'll act like you're trying to use your ability on it. So you just need to kind of face away from it and use it. That was a slight frustration that I felt. Like, that is a self-ability. I don't think it should matter what the target snapped onto. Now, obviously, you don't have to worry about enemies. It does not do that to you with enemies, where you'll heal the enemy on an accident or it won't trigger it. But yeah, with the environmental objects, it gets a little finicky on that. You know, maybe that'll be patched out later. We'll have to see. So we got a little puzzle here. I'm not sure if these are ones I need to break. It looks like they have a crystal here, but that one's also got the aura over it. We'll have to find one that doesn't. Start breaking them in order. Looks like I got 2 ladders that could be kicked down. And I got another one here. Looks like it's locked. Oh, that's new. Alright, y'all. So that is... that is new. I have not had any ladders I can shoot down before. It's always a shortcut thing you have to unlock by going the long way. So I am super proud of myself. I figured that out on stream and didn't get frustrated and threw a little fit. Alright, this one doesn't have a lock on it. That is straight up a shortcut. I'll have to unlock that later. Kind of explored over there. Let's explore over here. Let's see what we got. We got some... Oh, straight up missed that. We can break. Now, definitely recommend breaking stuff. You don't always get stuff out of it, but you do get some loot out of breaking things. Definitely worth doing. You need a lot of different items to make things happen. Surging crystal. Oh, holy crap. Okay, well, I'm glad I finished reading that in time. Okay, good. That's destroyable. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so this one's unprotected. So that is a starter. Oh, okay. I guess they're going to spawn after we hit them with some crystals. Ooh. Yeah, so these, the magic acts like homing. If you actually dip your head out while they have something already cast at you, it will move and hit you. So keep that in mind if you are a ranged user. I really didn't think I would be a big ranged user. I picked the rogue for a very simple reason, because I'm a very simple person. Dual blades. Love dual blades. 2 swords. Can't beat all offense. And as you see, I use them sometime during combat, but this bow comes in a lot of handy. It's class is definitely designed to use it. What's that for over there? So he can manipulate this. So this is the stuff I'm talking about in the environment. As you can see, like, she's still... She might be on cooldown. All over... Oh, no. Invalid target. It won't even let me use it. RB to activate it. And again, if I face the other way, their abilities come back up. They will be used. Now these are on a timer, his abilities are, so get to where you're going, because they will disappear and you will fall to your death. I have done it before. You know, I went to recross and I'm like, oh, it just disappeared on me. Oh, oh, blowing up on me. So that's what's protecting this crystal. We can get some more spawns. Does not look like it. Let's see what we got here. Light armor. I'm running a medium armor perk, so it would not be worthwhile for me to switch that out. And you do have more options on your main character. You know, obviously he's dual blade, and then he's got his bow, and then helmets. And you have armor on both, but then you have your healing belt, which determines your healing, revival chances. You have your amulet, and you have 2 rings. And then you got this fancy thing I'm not going to explain, because it's kind of spoiler. You'll get it pretty early. But again, just kind of not necessary to explain that right now. You'll slot runes in it. See, the different runes have different abilities and passives. And any of the 3 ones, you could swap between them and use their abilities as you see fit during battle. They do have a decent cooldown. I've typically only used them during boss battles, to be honest. And then you have your ultimate ability. And then, of course, you got this little shining diamond until you acknowledge you have something. It goes away. Alright, we're going to explore down there in a minute, since we've already started kind of progressing this quest here.
I'll handle it.
Alright. Which, I mean, we could have just climbed up here, but that way it was way more fun, right? Not breakable. Does not look like we got more spawns, okay. Kind of surprised we got spawns after destroying only one of them. Oh. And I spoke too soon.
There's
We
a
have
problem.
spawns. Oh, shit. I honestly do not know if they can climb ladders. I've had... Oh, they can.
We'll see who ends this.
And you can make them eat shit while they're climbing the ladder. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. We got to level up. Got some loot drop, too. Yep, so that confirms that. I did not know that. I know they can drop down to areas that you're at. It turns out they can climb up to areas that you're at as well. So, this far in the game, 20 hours in, I did not know that till now. And then we'll check out the leveling system here. Our character is going to be under skills here. You do have a huge tree with 3 different specializations. From what I understand, max level for this game is 50, and I think you'll get about 60 skill points. There is things in the game you could do to get additional skill points outside of levels. So you're going to want to build your character kind of the way you want. Again, you know, dual blades, duelist, that's right up my alley. I'm going to go on that, and honestly, if I have skill points left, I might build into the range tree with my arrows, because honestly, like I said, I'm kind of won over on this bow thing, which is very different for me. So we've built up to here. Charge latex, apply bleed if they're already suffering from it. Charge heavy attacks. Apply necrosis. Ooh. Now your momentum is essentially like your mana. So your character suffers from cooldown and mana. At least the rogue does. Momentum is essentially you attacking enemies and not taking damage. The more you fuck them up and they don't touch you, the more momentum you have and you can use your skills. Now, no matter how much momentum you have, your skills still have cooldowns too. So you're kind of penalized twice. I'm not a big fan of it being both, but you can make it work. Your abilities hit way harder than your companions do, so makes a difference. But this is pretty good. 100 momentum's not a crazy amount. And this affects both, essentially give me a stats effect off either charged light or charged heavy. And charge attacks interrupt and can break guards, so I use them quite often if I go in to start bangeranging on them. So I'm going to grab that. Definitely see the value of that there. And I'll probably grab this passive next. Let's see what we got here. Grants adrenaline. Cause your attacks deal bonus damage. Be more likely to disrupt enemies. Or a combat end. I lied. I am going to be grabbing that next. We got another pass over here. Primer duration. That's another big combat aspect of this game. Primer and detonators. So certain abilities prime, others detonate. So if you do a primer, then use another ability that detonates, or your companion's ability that detonates, it does massive damage and staggers. So definitely on boss enemies and things like that, definitely relative. Because without that stuff, you're in for a slow burn. Unless you want to try to ultium and hope for the best. We're just going to drop down here. So far, I've not found anything that does fall damage yet. Essentially, I have seen just death. Either you fall and you're fine, or you die, and you reset. Now, in adventure mode, it seems like there is no penalty for accidentally falling to your death. So no big worries there. You accidentally run off a cliff or whatnot, you're not going to be penalized super huge for that. Oops. Straight up missed that one. I don't know why it's moving my aim around. Probably because I'm facing up in there. This one back here. You know what? Let's finish it off.
We've got company.
And we have a boss. Alright, cool. Ooh. Instantly stripped his armor. I like it. Is he staggered? What is he doing? Oh, he's bleeding now. There we go. That ability already coming in handy. Ooh. He's targeting my companions. I like it. Oh, he is just targeting the arena. I lied. Which... Woo. Got some decor and a valuable item. So far, I've been unlucky with none of the breakables giving me any type of loot. Bit disappointing. I feel like it's just this bow. When I start charging, it throws my shot to the right. The other bows that I was using wasn't doing this. Great bow does. Interesting. Ugh. No. What do we got down here? Again, another random thing here. Climbing up and down doesn't require any input from you other than to click it, and then your character automatically does it. Okay, there was literally no point of going down here. I love getting trolled. Maybe it'll be relative later. Kind of checked out everything we can here, I believe. We already went down this side. Alright, let's go check out over here. We got enemies. This looks like a fun one. Oh, didn't even break his barrier. Oh, I am just out of range. Oh, it's going back up because I'm out of range. That's fun. I should have dodged.
This is their ending.
He is burying him. Oh, that's fun.
We're under fire.
Snipers.
Dodging those projectiles is fun. Ah!
They're at range.
He is healing him. Shit. Okay. We are going to have to change the tactics up here. One of them is healing him. Maybe him? I feel like it's the main guy, but we are going to see. Yeah, it is him. I see the little line. Oh. Stopped healing him for a second here.
They're at range.
Got us from a distance.
He does not want to let us kill this guy. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna go. Oh, okay. Well, if you're ready, yeah, let's get him.
Got it covered.
We're gonna do one of our abilities.
Under fire. Watch it.
Ooh, staggered, baby. Oh, haha, that was not cool. I rolled into his ability. No, 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 no. Are you good to go? Save my potion.
We're under fire. Look out.
I feel like these crystals have something to do with his ability to not take any damage. I feel like he was drawing from them. He's definitely the one. Oh shit! Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Heal's almost back.
Got us at range.
Oh, well, we got him dead at least.
Done.
Oh, we got his ability back too. Finish him, boy. Yeah, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I got some codex enter here. Get experience for all those. As you see, just for miscellaneous, there is a lot of them to unlock to the game. They did not slack on lore that's able to be picked up. Interesting thoughts there. And then your cooldown timers appear over their face. You see those lines building up. When those go all the way up and their character faces come back to normal, their cooldowns are done. So if you can pull your eyes off for a little bit, it's easy to see. Also, my momentum meter's down there. I'm at 66. Which is the first bar, means that I'm able to use any of my abilities. If I can max it out, I can technically use my abilities twice. Aw, sad. We got no items out of there. Oh, heck yeah, we got a memento. They just make your caretaker more powerful. He's the one that runs the crossroads. Again, trying not to get too much information, but the caretaker is really important. I would recommend early on, if you can buy any mementos, do not worry about your characters and gear. Almost anything you can buy gear wise from the store, you might pick up in a mission. I do not know if it's RNG and you get random things from chests or whatnot, or if there's set rewards, but I've seen several things I thought about buying, and I just got them naturally through playing the game. So, wouldn't waste your money on that kind of stuff right now. Definitely get these because your caretaker is your weapon level. You'll level up his workshop by increasing his essentially his power from these mementos, doing things for him, and that ability you to. His workshop is essentially the max level for your weapons. Like mine's at 4 right now out of 10. 10's the max. So all my weapons are at their 4 stat or can get to their 4 stat. And then you have your rarities from common up to I've only seen what is it, yellow? What do I have on me? Blue? It looks like blue. Purple. Okay, sorry, purple. So we have, you know, obviously common, uncommon. That's not crazy rare. And then epic. Now I do not know what's beyond epic. I'm assuming legendary, but I have nothing that's legendary yet. So epic is the highest rarity I have. And again, those unlocks abilities on the weapons or items themselves, making them more usable. Oh, our cooldown's been done.
That's got it.
Heal me up. And this is just a shortcut I just opened. Not super important. What do we got here? There we go. Altar. Altars can give you loot. Permanently increase your stats. I'm sorry. Yeah, the different statues can, like I said, give you loot. Permanently increase your health or your stats. So definitely worth doing it. Where they face, again, kind of like the puzzle, is where you'll need to work towards to get whatever it is that just unleashed out. And you can see from here, we can see what it is. It looks like a dog, just like the statue. And it'll turn into like a little statue that we could pick up when we go up there. So somehow we need to get up there. I'm assuming maybe using his ability. Check this out first, though.
Ready when you are.
Oh, fun. We got more of these guys.
We need to close in.
Yeah, let's do that. I already ate crap, so.
Got it.
And I did it again.
Stay in cover.
Worked on one of these guys at once. These guys clearly do not like close combat.
Range.
Did not know he had a blast ability. I managed to just instinctively get out of that. Oh, yo, 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 yo.
Ready when you are.
And I am burning. Not a good status effect.
How's that?
Don't know. Oh, here he is.
Got us at range. Watch it.
Sometimes you can just run instead of dodge out of stuff. Want to burn his barrier down. There we go. Yeah, let's oh, and bad habit. I hit B. Here we go. Oh, facing the stability thing. Face away from it. There, it can heal me now.
Not too bad.
And loot! Oh, became uncommon storm rapier. And it is still crap compared to my Antivian Rapier, which has necrotic damage on it. And from what I can tell already, kind of early on, status effects are pretty freaking helpful in this game. It looks like you might have had scale from over here anyways. Oh, yep. And we get a skill point for doing the altar. Yes. A rapier got uncommon and still sucks. Oh yeah. Oh. Ooh, that made me nervous. I didn't think it was going to be rock there, but we could survive this fall without any damage. Well, essentially, done all the things over here. Oh, my bad. Went right out the shortcut. I do have a ladder over here, though. Cannot remember if we were up here or not. I've got a little symbol that's popped up. Yeah, we were definitely already up here. Was just up here. I don't know how I forgot that. Jeez. It's kind of a late night for me. New work schedule, so have to bear with me. I'm not fully with it at this time of night anymore. Sorry, I didn't see your comment there. I got kind of sucked in. Thank you, Late Fly. I'll definitely add you up on Discord. Appreciate the comment. So I'm relying on the good old phone to keep track of that since I'm not doing a lot of PC playing these days. We shot down the ladder up here, but I'm still not absolutely sure what we do to get up there. Looks like from the little mini map up here, we have a ladder on the other side. Most likely that'll get us over there. Well, this clearly not a late game area, so if you could defeat the champion that defeated earlier, which I know did not show you guys that. That's my bad. I probably should have, because I didn't think I'd explore this entire area. But clearly, this is definitely within spec for where the story's at. I won't lie, I'm not sure what that little symbol is that keeps popping up. I'm assuming it just means something's nearby of interest. It's, oh, yeah, it's this, which we unlocked earlier. And my forgetful self forgot about it. Now this is the one that gives you, especially stats. As you see, they got little beams coming off. Each of these beams, you have to follow them, and you have to destroy something at the end of them. Now, I've never left the area, but I have went and done other things and came back and done it, and I was just able to continue where it kind of left off at. Ooh, one over here. There's one. There's another. Let's see here. We got two more going off this direction. Oh, here he is. Where's our last one at? Oh, you know what? That might be how we get up there. Maybe. You know what? Let me go back up there. Pull that. That might allow us to get up there. Because we were up there earlier. When we were accidentally spawning enemies there and then the other ones didn't. And I just forgot to drop down to get that loot. And I'm pretty sure our last one we need to break is up there, so. Well, we'll go around this way. I like this path, so we'll do this one. Because I really like how this ladder almost looks like it's set into the wall, but it's not. I love that detail. Very Souls-like. All right.
I'm on it.
Thank you, buddy. Ooh, I didn't think I was going to be able to make that. I hear that other fragment somewhere. Of course, I can't see where the line's coming out of. Oh, right below us. Look at that. And I almost dropped down again before grabbing this. You threw a remnant. Which that's a currency here in the crossroads you use to buy stuff. Here, spirits will sell things to you. I know. Weird, but I'm here for it. Most definitely. Alright, so the important part, which I couldn't stress this enough if you're looking at playing this game or you haven't got this far in, this is probably the most important thing I'm going to go over with y'all. This entire stream, which, you know, again, glad that I didn't do a blind play, not just for spoilers, because I was able to tell you guys this. We're gonna get, oh, sorry, under your maps where your quests are in your journal. This quest right here, remember this quest. A warden's best friend. You're gonna essentially recruit a warden. It's pretty clear from the quest. That's not really a spoiler. I apologize if it felt that way. But this one right here, when you get to doing this, and I believe there you can recruit him. Actually, you know what? I don't think you can. I think you have to recruit the others, and he's the last one. Because after recruiting one of the others and locking an area, you can essentially push the story to where this becomes a quest. But either way, as you see, I have one story quest, and it's recruiting the warden. And you'll notice, you know, unlock later on during travels, later on. That should say later on because the other two are locked behind areas that these are in, the wetlands. And then this one, again, that's that late game area. This is in the crossroads, so you don't have to worry about this one. But that the enemies are level 25, just like the champion you beat. I did make it through some of the area and was like, not going to struggle, bless it. But as you see, I got all the side missions done here. So this mission right here, this is the one. And here I'm going to tell you the simplest way possible. This is a point of no return. 100% what will happen, without trying to spoil anything, is there's going to be an event. As soon as you finish this quest, and it's not a short quest, as soon as you finish and get back, something's going to happen you can't avoid. You're going to go right into a cinematic, and you have to make a choice. And no matter what choice you make, something happens to one of the cities, and it will auto-fail side quests that you have there. Alright, so this is a point of no return. So if you have this quest, the point of no return specifically is going through the Alluvion. When you go through the Alluvion, it starts the quest and you're stuck in it. You will be stuck using a save to get out of there. And if you progress the quest at all there, essentially all your autosaves will get replaced by that as you do content in there. So again, this is the point of no return. I can't stress enough. When you see this, go ahead and progress it till you get to the Alluvion, till you unlock the Alluvion. Do not go through the Alluvion. You will be stuck in a series of quests that will lead you to that decision moment, and you will auto-fail side quests in whatever city you decide something happens in the other city. They fail. Again, they fail. Because it's, I guess the city's changed. There's an event. Again, being very vague here, I know. But I can't stress it enough. Do every side quest you can for every region, then do this quest. That way you're not stuck losing 6 hours of gameplay like I did by doing this quest. And then I kind of played around through the next part and then found out it auto-failed things. And I'm like, where did these quests go? And I did a little bit of Googling because I don't want to spoil things for myself. And I'm like, oh, cool. No warning whatsoever in the game. There's a point of no return. Or you should maybe side quest something vague like I'm trying to give you to prevent hostile feelings. Because this, again, got 20 hours in, and that's including me going back and replaying through stuff. All the side quests up to this point, I got 20 hours in. So this is probably maybe 13, 14 hours of the game I did this quest and screwed myself. So I can understand there's some hate for this game, and if it's for that, totally justified. So hopefully I'll save some people from going through that like I did. But again, like I said, side quest out. You don't want to end up like I did. I'm hoping I did put a suggestion in through the support that hopefully they will add something, some kind of disclaimer when you hit the Alluvion, where it'll be like, hey, point of no return, decision, starting this quest can affect other quests you have at this time. Only other thing, and the game explains, again, the game does a very good job of explaining everything else. You'll see a little time thing over it. I've been told a lot of people have missed this. If there's a time thing over any of your companions when you're talking to them, talk to them. It looks like a little clock. It's got the little lines, little hands, faces on it. If you progress too far, you'll lose out on that dialogue and a potential of, winning over the companion and all that, or romancing them, whatever you're doing. So every time you get back from a quest, I check in with the companions. There's been a lot of times they're in different areas, or you'll catch like some conversations, a little bit of lore, or there's a chance to talk to them and actually have an actual cinematic interaction with them. I will tell you this, one thing I think is kind of funny, you're like a psychologist for these people. Like, your role is essentially alleviating everyone's fears and essentially baby walking them through all their traumas and things like that. I don't have a problem with it, but I could see, again, with a lot of the complaints I saw, I could definitely see that. Oh, yeah, I could see your chat, Zuri. What's up? It's going pretty good, just tired. Like I said, probably gonna stream through this quest just so that everyone can see exactly what happens here with this moment. Like I said, it's not a short quest. I'm probably going to power through all the dialogue since I've already seen it. Again, trying to spoil as little as possible for anyone that's looking at this that hasn't played the game yet. Yeah, Zur, if you're still with me, I see your chat there.
And I wanted to, most of the time. No, I thought I've learned by now.
I was always stubborn and asked too many questions. Maybe all this was meant to be.
All right. So again, nice thing with the focus and the quest points in this game. Big fan of that. I do like a little bit of hand holding. If I select a quest, I would like a general direction I need to go. It does do a good job of that. They do have a lot of fast travel points in this game. Another thing I'm a big fan of, I am kind of first time playing through, I fast travel very little. Any of these fast travel points, you could change out your people. So it makes it real simple to constantly swap your people for situations, or even you want to finish a quest and you want to level up a character that you don't really like playing on. You can swap them out, finish the quest out. Pretty convenient there. A little bit of usability with it. We're gonna just ride back manually instead of fast traveling because this guy's awesome.
We sail.
Caretaker. I love him in the little floating boat and his little ethereal rowing. Get us where we need to go. I still find that very fun. I am very curious to see if there's anything's going to change with these alluvians that are overgrown. I am really hoping there's a lot of gameplay for this game. I heard rumors there's not going to be any DLC. I'm very disappointed by that. I hope that's not true. The way this game is built, I don't see why there couldn't be multiple DLCs and additional content. You know, but we'll see. See how long it takes to fully beat this side quest in main. Another cool thing is enemies will respawn. So you can grind a little bit. They're not guaranteed, but I have went through areas that I've been through multiple times, not even on a quest, and enemies have spawned and I've been able to kill them. You do get a decent amount of experience from combat, so that makes it kind of nice as well. If you're a little bit like me, RPG, so let's get OP quick and bomb through everything and kind of really focus on the story. Not to say I don't mind a challenge, but alright, so since we're recruiting someone, we can only have one member. Oh, I think I'm going to stick with Neve. I will say this. Legit looks like an orc. Okay? Definitely not what he is in that picture. And here, he looks a little bit more normal in his little shadow form. We're gonna run Neve. I was thinking of running Balara, but Neve's my favorite. We're gonna rock her out. Oh, I am overheating a little bit.
In the middle of nowhere.
Ah. I did take Rook last time since it was her contact. I don't know if you're like me. I regret this a little bit, but I did this once, so it is what it is. We're going to bomb through this again, trying not to spoil something too crazy. Again, the focus here is on gameplay and things like that. If you play Dragon Age games, you know that that's never been a disappointment in the games. The writers for these games are pretty solid, so. Oh, good. I still get Harding approval and things like that. Like I said, again, I am kind of like story is one of the biggest parts of a quest for me, so I definitely try to like keep it canon. It's Harding's contact. I took her the first time, but she's not my favorite character so far. She's solid as a companion if you want to use her. I just like to have a straight up mage follow me since I rarely ever play mages. So this is our
It's why we're training in the middle of
our Grey Warden we're trying to recruit.
Zone.
I got distracted and I did not look through the environment, and I did miss something. Alright. I think that was it. Oh, there's anything up here this time. Nope. Definitely keep your eyes peeled. This stuff definitely has a lot of value. Stuff you'll pick up. The game doesn't give you exorbitant amounts of loot, so...
There's no time for half.
There you go. There's some loot. Flawless
Hassan,
crystal came
we're
out of
looking
that
for
pot
live dark-
that I broke. So again, there you got to kind of see you can get loot out of just breaking random breakables. So
Keep on it,
definitely worth
Hassan.
doing. You could get treasures and spendable materials, gold. Never in crazy amounts, but again, it adds up. Certainly adds up over time. Heartwood. Those are important ones. You use those to rank up your merchants to be able to access better stuff. Hey, how's it going, Aurora? Dragon Age is going great. It's really enjoy the game. Doing kind of a first look here. You know, a little bit deep into the game, but you know, we're trying to keep people from accidentally spoiling their gameplay pretty early on, which I think is probably one of the big complaints. I think this is a solid game. Just needs a disclaimer. This mission I'm on right now that I'm showing is the one that's kind of a point of no return, and will auto fail a bunch of side missions depending on your decision. Definitely, Aura. Oh, what do we got here? And again, exploring definitely pays off. Honestly, most of my good equipment and the reason my characters are as strong as they are for right now is because I explored a ton. Let's see what we got. I could sacrifice the defense for some more staggering damage. Yeah. We shall run this. I play a lot of games, to be honest. I don't stream everything. I really only do first look at content, but right now my main games are this, Warframe, and ESO, and Diablo 4. But like I said, I play a pretty wide variety of games. The only games I don't play a ton of are stuff like COD and Battlefield. Halo and Gears of War are probably the exceptions. And to save you a little bit, if you're watching this combat, those little... Oh, yeah, did not notice he closed the distance that quickly. They don't do much damage. But they will spawn infinitely out of these cysts. So, super important to break those. I'm not going to lie, my dumbass was in battle for a good 30 minutes with one of these when they first popped up, and I'm like, because early on the darkspawn spawn, you just kill them and then the combat ends. Not really a big deal. Later on they introduce these little pus things. They spawn out of infinitely. So don't be a dum-dum like me. Kill the little pus things they pop out of. Another thing, your charge attacks closes at distance. Super convenient. Ability unavailable. Oh, because everyone's just waiting for the cinematic. Alright. And if you pick up health pots, you see mine are full, 3 out of 3. If you pick these up, it automatically fills your health up instead. So, yeah, 99% health, probably not worth breaking one of those. I better just hold on to it. Got another memento for the caretaker here. Get him leveled up as fast as we can. I do not really have a stream schedule. I haven't streamed in the last 4 months, to be honest. I haven't started any new games. Like I said, I normally just do kind of first look at content. This is the first time I haven't done a blind playthrough to prevent me spoiling other stuff for other hardcore Dragon Age fans like me. But I do post all my videos to YouTube. That's my main channel. Twitch is a nice service to stream through, but all my content gets posted to my YouTube channel under the same name. YouTube channel will probably eventually have more content on it, not just video game stuff, but yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just a casual streamer. Post all my stuff to YouTube, and people can reference it, kind of get a good idea for a game, so if they want to buy it or play it. Because that's the kind of content that I look for sometimes when I look up games, so... I appreciate that, Aura. Hopefully there'll be some content on there that you like, and maybe introduce you to some video games you might be a fan of.
A light touch. A soul still learning.
We have to keep going. Let's get through here. Those 2 statues are the spare key. Something's stalking Grey Wardens. We call it the Gloom Howler. I'm hunting it. Started
Well, I
happening
work in
7,
tech
8 months
support.
ago. Darkspawn
If
obeyed.
you were curious about that, I get to work from home. Probably the only reason I do the job. Other activities, I don't really know. I'm not really sure. I mean, gaming is a big hobby of mine. That's why I started streaming different content on the PC, and Xbox is my main console right now. I do stream the PlayStation as well. Just exclusives that are there. I don't know. I ride motorcycle. Probably can't tell from the video, but I have a lot of ink. Definitely really passionate about tattoos. And I do a lot of adrenaline junkie stuff when I have the time. Whitewater rafting, rock climbing, hiking. Just anything like that. Camping, anything in nature. I like all that kind of stuff. What about you, Aurora? What do you like to do? Another little puzzle here. Yeah, pretty simple one again. Match the shield to the symbol on the other shield. Face them. Interesting. I don't remember the one being in the back, so maybe that changes. Pretty sure when I first ran this, it was this, and the other one faced the other direction, so... guess RNG on that puzzle. From the States. Ohio, to be specific. So, on the eastern seaboard. Yoga, music, gaming, and chilling. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Yoga's pretty good. I'm not as flexible as most people. For my back injury, I used to lift professionally, and I am just not a very flexible person. So yoga's fun, but it's very tough, very tough. A lot of respect for people that can do that.
That's our...
Bridge is out. Oh, I jumped over before making him do his thing. I'm actually kind of curious if I were to sit underneath that right after doing that, if that would kill me. Probably. Break the game. Oh. We got some range guys here. Oh. Don't look like we have any pustules to break this time.
Careful.
Bye-bye. Oh, so this guy's not fun. I don't like this one. Oh, get away from me. And we got another range guy. All right. We are going to risk using both their abilities and getting rid of my backup heal. Oh, Berserker made it right behind me. As you'll notice, there is a big focus on fighting you. Now, they will still attack your companions, but I've never had a companion die. I'm pretty sure they're legit invincible. So, probably a big part of why they'll still directly target you. Gotta get rid of this guy. Not focus on the Colossus while fighting this guy. There we go. Ooh! See if we got our heal back. We do. Weakened. I feel like it does not knock him down. Oh no, it does, actually. There's a crit. Enemies are decently smart in this game in adventure mode. I have had them, right as about to release an arrow, dodge the last second. Super frustrating when that happens. Oh, we got some more loot. Yeah, sure. What do you want to suggest? You're from Cali, oh. So you're on the opposite end of the U.S. We got another ladder here. We could break with the lock. Oh, we got a chest up here. You know what? I'm honestly might have missed this the first time around. Yes, because I did not get this medium armor. Oh yeah, and we are definitely gonna wear that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Gotcha. Sure.
It's bold.
There's a blight.
The wardens told you this?
I told them.
Let's see. Cutthroat sword. We're definitely swapping that out.
Then, your first warden doesn't want to help.
He's a stubborn one.
The Gloom
Yeah.
Power wants the Griffins. Why?
Yeah, that's fine,
The real
Aurora.
question's how it knows about them. Up until now,
It's the
it
same
only
as
went after
my,
wardens.
my
now
tag
it
on
shows
here.
up here with a rabble of darkspawn.
Essentially, my identity is the same everywhere, but I will message it in the chat as well. I don't have any numbers or hashtag after it after they got rid of that. You should be able to find me pretty easily. Some loot over here as well. Like I said, exploring definitely important in this game. Decent amount of secret areas, stuff you got to kind of pay attention to. This one doesn't have a ton of them. Like I said, the one where we could have ignored, we went to earlier. Get these little guys out of the way. Oh, shit. And he still caught up to me. We're going to take you out. Because I cannot focus on you guys. Ah! I do wish you kind of limited dodge. I wish they did have a stamina. Oh. We are going to use a pot. Cornered myself a little bit there. That was just dumb on my part. These guys charge a big excuse me, distance forward, so I really should be dodging to the left and the right on these guys. Playing like an amateur right now. Sprint out of their range for a minute. Now that I got them drawn all the way over there. Oh, and I missed. What was that? There we go. I see, that's what I mean. He dodged just a little bit, put himself out of range. I'm not sure what happened there. Might have popped the joystick backwards. And our big boys are back. We will dodge to get out of range this time. There we go. We're going to come in close for the finish.
That was the last one.
Just because we got neurotic weapons finally.
I want this thing's head on a pike.
Alright, awesome. I'll add you up as soon as I finish the stream here. Watch, this is like Gunson and Warframe. Kinda, Crimson. Surprised you tuned in for my stream, buddy. Figured you'd be playing Warframe right now. Mike, I could do it real quick. Let me check to make sure I got it. There we go. I got you added up there. I'm just gonna check the ground for loot here. Make sure I missed anything. Oh, we did. Got some pure ore. I'm gonna want to combat check my health again. Oh, we're missing a pot. So we'll take one of these. knows when I'll make another terrible new mistake and corner myself again. Medium arm build, I could take some hits, but against elite enemies like that, not a great idea as a rogue. I'm assuming even worse idea as a mage. These, you want to shoot at a distance, they explode.
Exploding darkspawn? What is this?
Do not want these guys blowing up on you at all. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the blighted status effect does. Walking through the blight, I haven't seen it do any health damage. I'm assuming it's like a debuff. Might affect weapon damage or accuracy. Something along those lines. There's all of our griffins.
Okay, Highness, calm down.
Believe that's all the loot over here. I was taking a break to check it out. Well, I appreciate it, Crimson. Oh, they did? Alright, I appreciate that, Aura. I'll definitely check that out. We got some more of our favorite people. I got a couple. Oh! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! How about a last minute dodge there? I'm sure you could tell just from watching the combat, the yellow, white to yellow to red is all your danger meter about when you're about to eat shit. How close they are to being able to actually hit you. We got them coming in. I'm actually gonna have them focus one of these big guys here. Your ultis do a massive amount of damage, so I do recommend saving them. Using them on guys like this, even the elites, is kind of a waste. You'll regret it, because if there's a lot of elites, you're probably heading towards like an actual boss, and you're really gonna want that. It definitely really changes the dynamic of boss fights if you have your ulti ready, because it takes a hot minute to rebuild it back up. Oh, dodged me. I just got necrotic weapons too. I do love this great bow. I love how ridiculously massive it is. Again, gives me a very Souls-like feel. Oh, here's our boss. And he comes in from over here. Oh shit! And I clicked the wrong button. Yeah, you don't want to let this dude hit you, as you saw. Even at my level, that ate up almost half my health with one shot. We're gonna start burning him immediately. Again, ultis, at least for the rogue, you are much better off letting you get through their armor. The armor will greatly decrease the amount of damage you do with the ulti. Sorry, you can hear the panic in my voice as I go to dodge. Oh, this is a good ability if you're not being targeted to put some serious damage on them. This could be interrupted. I'm not going to bother, and their abilities are still resetting. Just going to pop some shots as we walk around. Got his ability back. We'll use it immediately. Actually, we are going to set up a combo. Why not? Two weaker abilities, but with the combo, we'll get some decent damage. We are going to do the ulti. And boss fight over. That is a sweet ass weapon for him right off the rip. With an ability already unlocked on it. Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, I'll definitely check out that that community for sure. Appreciate that. Alright, gotta get rid of these masses here.
There.
Did not see
For you.
any other loot. This is kind of cool. Learn some of the funny names they gave these griffins here. Does not look like there's any loot in that arena. So, fun thing about me, I always do a Paragon playthrough most of the time when I play a game. And if the game's worth a second playthrough, I'll run Renegade. Especially this game, I've kind of noticed so far there's no companions that are a big fan of the, lower options, aggressive, and the fuck you option as I call it. So we're gonna do our neutral. Alright, I'll see you later, Aura. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. I'm at that spot, Crimson, I told you about. That, this is the point of no return quest. I did all the side quests. It's recruiting him is the point of no return. So, right after we get done with this, we'll be going there. You'll see the cinematic that'll happen, and you're stuck making a choice that will auto-fail all the side missions in one of the cities for sure. Possibly both of them. I love his little griffin companion. So cool. Alright, here we're coming up on it, y'all. This is the moment I talked about. The point of no return they don't warn you about that you get from doing this mission. Now, if you don't want a spoiler, I'd tune out now. This is pretty spoiling. But if you want to see the decision, I'll wait at the decision, give you some time to cut out if you don't want to see what happens next.
It's bad, Rook. Daya sent word. Treviso's under attack by a blighted dragon. Last time you saw the dragon, the gods were nearby, no? They'll be lurking somewhere. Treviso's a merchant city. It has no defenses, and the canals run everywhere. If we don't stop that dragon, people will die. Innocent people. My people. They either die right away from the dragon, or slowly after, from blight in the water. We need to go to Treviso. Next.
The Shadow Dragons will fight right to the end of it. But we're the only ones keeping the Venatori in check. And if we fail, the Venatori will take advantage of
I must go to Treviso. Go where you feel you must go. We cannot wait.
Here it is, y'all. This is the moment. There was no warning, as you saw. We just went through the mission again. There's no warning of point of no return or anything like this. You have to make a decision here. Okay? What city you're going to help. And again, if you don't want any spoilers, I'm going to take a moment here before I explain what's going to happen and how that falls out. All right. So, whatever city you help, the other city falls. It's fucked. Now, doesn't mean you still don't get missions there. There'll be new missions. You still go to both cities. Obviously, you're going to piss one off. Either Neve or you're going to piss off our other buddy. Who, for some reason, I just forgot his name. And he was one of my favorite characters. Cario? Anyway, so you have to make a choice. One of them's not going to like it. Okay? So, I did some research, and I'm going to go with Monrathos. Like, that's who I'm going to help. Now, if I hadn't done any research, I would have done Treviso. I mean, it makes sense. They have no defense. That people die from blighted water. It sounds like their fallout's going to be worse for the people. But, technically, Neve has a point with Monrathos. If they fail there, and the Venatori take over the throne, the Tevinter Empire is a very powerful empire of really powerful mages that would give the gods serious army and power that we're trying to fight against, where they have nothing to gain in Treviso at all. So, overall, battle against the gods, we're fighting them. Monrathos is the right choice. And I also plan on romancing Neve. So, yeah. It is what it is. I don't want to piss her off. She's a lot harder to romance if you do that. It's not impossible. But it is much more difficult. And if you miss things, it may be impossible to do it then. But I think logically it does make sense to defend Monrathos. But this is the thing. When I went there and I tried it out. And all of a sudden a bunch of missions auto-failed. And I was super upset. Now that all the side quests are done, nothing should be able to auto-fail because there's nothing that's currently able to be done. This is what I was warning you about. Again, don't go to the Alluvion. That starts the quest and puts you on the line right for this decision. And again, been my only complaint in this game so far. And it's a big one. Because again, I had like 6 hours of gameplay in that I had to go back because I didn't have another save. I had to go back really far. Because all my autosaves were replaced. And everything was in that last mission. So I ended up going back 6 hours of content for that. And like I said, so be careful with your choice. There's no bad reasoning, whatever. Both of them are open up new quests. I mean, both cities are going to get messed up. You know, so kind of go off what you think is best. I think gameplay-wise, Monrathos makes the most sense. Especially because I want to romance Neve. And again, if you want to romance Neve, that's going to be a pretty good choice there. If you want to romance the other guy, depending on the character you're playing or whatever, again, Treviso's kind of an easy choice then too, because you don't want to piss him off. So yeah, so that's it. I'm not going to spoil anything more, so I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to pick the choice. It does take you into a cinematic, which takes you directly there, I believe, if I remember correctly. Seen a little bit of red when that happened, because I knew something was messed up when it gives you a pivotal choice like that. This kind of what I would consider early into the story. So I can't remember exactly if the cinematic. So I don't really want to spoil that. It is a beautiful cinematic. It was fun playing through it. Hopefully it was just as fun the second time around in the same city. I probably should have picked the opposite one. It would have been cool to kind of experience both of them. I do have a save. If you do want to experience both, again, make a save before this. There should be a temporary chapter save, but I don't trust those. I do one right before the mission. No big deal playing through the mission again and saving Treviso or saving Monrathos, just so you can kind of get both sides without having to replay the entire game. Other than that, that's going to be our wrap up there. I hope you enjoyed the content. And again, if I ignore the point of no return here that they didn't give us, I would definitely give this game a 10 out of 10. With that and the amount of time that I lost, I'm a little hesitant to give it that. I'm gonna deduct a point. I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 if we include that. Other than that, like I said, gameplay is solid, graphics are beautiful, the engine it runs in is great. I mean, as you saw, the combat system's pretty pretty refined. Definitely still difficult, even for as much questing and things I've done. As you saw, I struggled. I mean, almost died once. Revives work a little weird in this game. Not super important for me to show you that. But again, like I said, in a story, again, you ever played in the Dragon Age games, you know that's something that's never lacked in any of them. Again, if you play the Mass Effect series, then you know even better. But again, take your time, the character creator, take your time. Definitely go through there, make your Inquisition character, and definitely pick your decisions for that. It will have some impact on the game, and as much research as I've done into this and the amount of time this was in development, I feel like it's definitely worth doing. Don't let the defaults take over and twist the story into a direction that you might not be a fan of. Take control, pick those options. Definitely worth it. Doesn't take very long. I think there's 5 or 6 things you pick, between people you're romanced and things like that. It'll be relative. I'm really hoping to actually get a chance to actually play as our Inquisition character a little bit in here, since we did a little character creator on him. I think that'd be pretty neat too, but we'll see. Like I said, game has a lot of potential. Bug wise and all that, like I said, I've only encountered one in 20 hours of gameplay, so, and it was an easy fix. There was an autosave right before it. I really lost hardly any time. So, like I said, again, if you want to play this game, definitely recommend it. Black Friday's coming up when I'm posting this, so I definitely say hold out with it being a new game and Black Friday coming up. There'll probably be some type of deal on it. Probably not a crazy cut, but there'll probably be something, so if you're not ready to buy it right now, definitely do that. Game Pass opinions, I don't know. This is a huge title coming out. This was set for a long time. I don't know if Microsoft will be able to convince them to make it a Game Pass title. We'll have to see. I don't predict it anytime soon, but I also said the same thing about Diablo 4, and I was wrong. Over a year into the game, it is on Game Pass. Who knows for how long, but it is. So, again, I do hope that they do DLC. I would love it. Really looking forward to finding some of these other characters and side questing some more. Definitely has a good open world feel to it. The environments are pretty fun. And again, a little bit of puzzle, a little bit of thinking. Nothing crazy to spoil the game. Again, highly recommend it. Hope I see you guys next time. And like I said, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all next time.